What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Americans can't stop, won't stop the killing. This time, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Police say 38-year-old Clarence King was gunned down on Wednesday, September 21st around 10 a.m. over an argument about his vehicle being repossessed. Now, there is a video, fam, of the incident. A witness says that he saw the tow truck driver put the forks underneath the car and take off with the car. Then he looks up and sees the tow truck driver coming back. For what reason, he don't know. I have my suspicions. In the video, I see the tow truck driver pulling up without the vehicle, and he backs up to the car. And this is where police say the argument happens behind the vehicle, and they get into a fight, and dude pulls out a gun. Now, this story is really sketchy, fam. Really sketchy. The witness also says that Clarence's small daughter was outside standing next to the vehicle when her dad was gunned down by the tow truck driver. She witnessed it. Another witness said Clarence had on shoes, looked like he had just gotten out of bed. Clarence's mother said she's not going to let it go because she knows her son. Her son was not an aggressive person. I tell you something that I saw, somebody that I did see who was aggressive. That tow truck driver was very aggressive. He damn near ran over him when he came back. If what the witness said was true, one of the witnesses said was true, that he left and came back, what does that tell you about his intent? That means that he was under no danger. He was in no danger, right? So he came back and he injected himself into an altercation that turned deadly. It is my opinion that if you start a fight, if you start a confrontation, you don't get to play the victim too. They said that, another witness said this guy looked up, then he looked around, and then as he saw multiple people coming to the scene, he started jumping up and down and screaming, and then he started calling the police and acting erratic. It's almost like, she said he was standing over the body at first, just calm. And then when he saw the people walking up, he started jumping up and down, then calling the police, getting loud. See, that's a game that the police even do. They've been around, the tow truck drivers, they've been around the police enough to know how they get down. That's how they get down. They act like, be putting on that act like they was all shot. And I do believe that they be laughing about this stuff later on. I think they kill people, man, and then they put the act on, they put the performance on, and then, they cry and all that kind of stuff. And then, after they get their little pass or whatever, they just cracking up, just laughing up a storm. Kind of like what George Zimmerman did, Yeah, that's how they get down. Here's something else, fam. Now, this is the big one right here. The reporter, Jessica, I believe it's Vallejo. I think it's Vallejo. That's how you pronounce her last name. She works for NBC6 in Miami. That story that she covered, the way she covered the story, was very biased. They was trying to shape the narrative already without even proper evidence. Check out what she said, fam. going straight into the story. She said that the tow truck driver was frantic, and she's saying it like she's in support of him, like she knows this for a fact that he was frantic. She knows this for a fact. And then she said, we looked into his background and we found that he was arrested for a crime back in March. Here's the mugshot. What the fuck does a mugshot, an arrest back in March, have to do with today? His car being towed. And then later she said, the tow truck driver continues to cooperate with the police. Fam, don't that sound like an innocent person? The way that's just narrative, just the way they shape the narrative. It sounds like they're trying to shape public opinion. It's a psychological war going on, fam. This is psychological warfare. What they're trying to do is indirectly blame the victim for getting killed. If they can indirectly blame the victim, shape public narrative to give the shooter the benefit of doubt, case closed. Sweep it right on under the rug and keep on going. Mama, pursue this, man. Pursue it. You gotta pursue it. Because I do believe that the tow truck driver was dead wrong. And I believe Jessica was dead wrong. And somebody tried to blame it on her producer. Said, well, you can't blame it on her. She's just reading what her producers gave them, and what the station gave her. I call bull. I call, what Shannon Sharp said? I call bull cone. I call bull crap. Fam. Okay, we know that the station got a narrative. So NBC 6, we looking upside your head, giving you the side eye. Producers, we giving you the side eye. But at the end of the day, the reporter has a journalistic duty. They have to swear on this type of stuff before they go in and start reporting this stuff. They have to take these tests and all this stuff to call themselves a journalist. So there's a little bitty thing, no matter what the producers try to get you to do, no matter what the station try to get you to do, there's this little thing called integrity. Where's yours, Jessica? Now, you delivered that report like you liked it, like you wanted to do it like that. You didn't look like you was being forced. You didn't look like you put up a protest. You looked like you was in agreement with what that script they gave you. You look very much agreeable. Now you got to look at all your reports now. Got to look at everything you do with a side eye. If I was the people in that market that tune in to NBC 6, I'd be watching you very, very closely. I definitely would not trust you. Yeah, she tried to shape the narrative, fam. Oh, man. And let me tell you something, fam. The news have been doing this forever. Mainstream media, newspapers, radio stations, TV. They've been doing this for years. The media has always worked in cahoots with the government to make black people look bad. Why would they do that? So that they could justify their mistreatment for us. That's why they would do it. That's why they do it. So they can justify their mistreatment of black people. That's why they do it. I'm not buying it whatsoever. I'm not buying none of the report. I'm looking at that police report. Hey, I'm hiring my own investigators. I'm gonna have my people talking to witness. I'm doing my own investigation. I'm not trusting nothing the police say because they're all in cahoots, fam. They're all in the same game. They're trying to sweep this under the rug. They're trying to kill that man and get away with murder. That's what's going on. Kill that man in front of his baby. This dude, no, fam. He was the aggressor. He could have went on about his business. Some people say, well, when you don't pay your bills, you know what I'm saying? Then it's the bank's car. It's the bank's car, not his. When that is a situation where there is danger, then he has an opportunity to retreat. He should. You can't try to invoke stand your ground. Florida is a stand your ground state, but you can't try to invoke stand your ground when you left the scene and came back to confront somebody. That in and of itself should put the cuffs on your dirty ass. Or is this whole stand your ground thing, it's good unless you're black. Is that how it go? That's how it go, Florida? That's how it go, Texas? That's how it go, Georgia? This is disgusting, man. This is sickening, man. For one thing, for this dude to do what he did. Now, we know a lot of tow truck drivers are dirty. For some reason, man, most of these tow truck drivers, they got bad attitudes. They're condescending. They get off to repoing people's cars. Think about it right there, fam. I know somebody got to do it. I get that. But you got a job where you got to be bad news. Like the only way you can get paid is for somebody else to have a bad day. That's how you get paid. There has to be some type of tragedy, a crisis. There has to be a bad situation for you to get paid. A lot of these dudes, they're overzealous. Sometimes they actually steal cars. I've known tow truck drivers to take cars that were actually parked in legal spaces. Now this is a little different from him repoing a car that was bank owned or whatever, that had a credit or whatever. But it's the same people doing the same type of stuff. They're repoing cars and they're taking cars illegally. A lot of these dudes, they got bad attitudes, fam. And that's why some of them out there getting killed also. They getting killed too. Because some of them got real bad attitudes. Let me tell you something, fam. I wouldn't even want a job as a tow truck driver. But if I did have a job as a tow truck driver, man, I'm going to go in, I'm going to try to get that car, man, and I'm going to try to put myself in a situation where it's the least danger involved. I ain't finna get killed for no damn car, taking somebody's machinery. I'm going to try to put myself in a position where I'm going to have the least amount of contact, the least chance of be in contact with another person. And then if that person come out in some kind of way, roll up on me, I'm just like, man, I'm just doing my job. I'm just trying to pay my bills. I don't want no trouble. They try to stand in front of the car. Man, go ahead. They want to get inside the car. Go ahead. I'm gonna unhook that thing and I'm gonna drive off. I'll catch you next time. It's a cat and mouse game. I'm not finna risk my life for this damn car, and I'm not finna kill no damn body to repo a damn car. That dude got caught up in his feelings. I do believe that they was talking noise to each other. He got off in his feelings. He got emotional about it, and he decided to go back and do something about it. And he killed that man. And for that, his ass need to go to jail. That's right. Lock him up. And fire Jessica and our producers. and closed down the station. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?